My almost girlfriend put me on the back burner because she wanted to have a summer of fun before she settled down. Now she's mad because I refuse to be her backup plan. I have this friend. She is nice looking, outgoing, funny. We met in school and hit it off as friends. We hung out together or as a group, or me and my girlfriend with her and her boyfriend a few times a week. We have never really been single at the same time, so I never really noticed her romantically. I mean, I noticed she was attractive but never though of her romantically. I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend, and a few months later, she broke up with her boyfriend. Well, because most of our friends are paired off at the time, we end up hanging out about 4 days a week. I wasn't aware I was starting to catch feelings for this girl until someone pointed out I had stopped dating and approaching other women. I really hit home when she went on a few different dates, and I noticed I was jealous. So I sat her down and had a chat. I told her I had noticed recently that I was becoming interested in her. I absolutely hate seeing her go on dates with other guys, and I wanted to see if us dating would be as cool as our friendship so far. First, she smiled, big happy, excited eyes. Then something happened, and her smile turned unsure. She explained that she had also thought of it and was interested in trying it, but not until the end of the summer. Confused, I asked why the end of the summer. She explained she was in her hoe phase, her words, and she wanted to have a summer of fun before she settled down. The rest of that day was awkward. I cut things short. When she asked, I told her we were fine. My pride was bruised a bit and I was feeling disappointed. But not to worry, we are definitely still friends. I have to admit the second she chose potentially random hookups and getting run through for the summer over a relationship, all romantic feelings died. I wasn't mad at her. She did nothing wrong. But, the way I viewed her had changed. She was forever in the friend zone for me. I took a few days to wear my big boy pants, and we started hanging out again. But it was different. I only saw her as a friend and I only was interested in seeing her every now and again, not all the time like before. I started dating other girls again. I had no hard feelings. I genuinely enjoyed being around her, only like before when we both had spouses. Anyway, one night we were out as a group, we all had a few drinks and she said, "Hey, good news, summer is almost over." Oblivious to what she meant till later I say, "That sucks, I love summer." Then I got distracted by other conversations being had. I did notice she was cold towards me the rest of the night. When October rolls around, she wants to have lunch with just her and me. We meet up and have a great talk. We talk about our summer. She talks about all the guys she dated over the summer. She uses this to steer the conversation to us. She wants to let me know she is ready to settle into a relationship and wants to go back to our earlier conversation. I told her it was cool, I valued our friendship, and think we should stay just that, friends. She wanted to know what's changed, and would not let it go. So I had to be honest. I told her that her choice to put me on the back burner for hot girl summer was hurtful, and I feel like if she actually liked me, she would have wanted to be in a relationship with me. She said she knew we would be the real thing and she needed to get through her hoe phase to give us an honest shot. I let her know the fact she felt we could have been something and she still chose potentially to get run through by a bunch of strangers instead of starting something real. Tells me she doesn't feel about me the way she thinks she does. I accepted that and stayed friends with her with no hard feelings. But the second she chose to put me on the back burner, I lost all romantic feelings for her, forever, because it feels like she was shopping around all summer and settled on me, and I am nobody's backup plan. She got mad and stopped talking to me. Our friends think I should apologize and give her a chance, but those feelings just aren't there. What do you think? Am I the a-hole? I should probably add a timeline. This was last summer. We have seen each other around, but she avoids me if she can. The reason I wrote this now is because a mutual friend and I were talking about last summer, and how the fall went. Then she pointed out she is still single and asked me recently if I would change my mind. I don't think they were asking for her because they said she still thinks I'm in, but my wife doesn't want me to be a parent and be involved with her daughter. Now she's dropping her daughter to me and calling me selfish because I refuse to babysit her. My wife Jane and I have been together for 5 years. She also brought my stepdaughter Emily into our marriage. We have her for 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday, while she's at her dad's Friday to Sunday. From the beginning, Jane told me Emily doesn't need a second father figure as she has her dad to fill that role. My wife was the one who wanted things to be this way. I was prepared to be a parental figure, but my wife explicitly told me on more than one occasion that I was not supposed to play that role. Whenever I tried to say or do something that I felt was best for Emily, Jane would tell me it was not my responsibility and not to get involved. I didn't mind and try my best to respect that boundary. She's a sweet child anyway and doesn't cause trouble, so it's not like I have to discipline her. Her father is also a good dad. Emily's dad recently got married, and his wife has 2 kids of her own who are at their place Wednesday to Saturday and at their dad's Sunday to Tuesday. Emily and her new step-siblings don't get along at all. They're always fighting and it's pretty toxic. Emily's dad asked Jane if they could change their custody schedule to match his stepkids to keep the children apart. It's not a big deal in and of itself because we don't live far from each other, so picking and dropping is no issue, and she can easily be dropped off to school no matter where she stays. The issue is that my wife agreed to it without consulting me. Jane is currently doing a certification course for the next 12 months and they have classes on Saturdays from 9 to 5 p.m. She asked me if I could babysit Emily on Saturdays, but I can't because I play golf with my brother and sister on Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. This has been our tradition from before Jane and Emily came into my life, and I had told Jane much before that this is important to me and my siblings. She asked if I could move to another day, but that's not possible either because my siblings also have jobs and families of their own, so Saturday was the best day for us. I told her she could hire a babysitter, but she doesn't want to spend money when I could do it for free. I told her that wouldn't work for me. She then got mad and said golf is stupid and I should put my stepdaughter over my siblings. That pissed me off, so I told her I'm not going to sacrifice my hobbies just so that she can have a free babysitter. For the record, I don't have anything against Emily. I've babysat her before and she's a good kid. If there was a family emergency or if it was an occasional occurrence, then yeah, I would cancel golf for that day to take care of her, but I can't give up something this important to me for 12 months continuous. I don't disagree that kids should be treated well by their step-parents, but at the end of the day, it was Jane who set the ground rules on our relationship. Whenever I tried to play the role of a step-parent and influence any decisions regarding Emily, she would shut me down. I have to respect her boundaries. At the same time, I don't think it's right for her to unilaterally change the rules now that it's convenient for her. If she wants me to be a parent now, then she has to want me to be a parent all the time. I'm not a parent on demand who can just turn a switch. I don't think it's fair to either Emily or me. I suggested a babysitter, but she doesn't want to do that. I don't think it's right she gets to pick and choose when I'm supposed to be a parent and when I'm not. I also have an emotional investment. She called me a selfish a-hole and slept on the couch last night. So am I the a-hole? Update. Emily deserves to feel cared for and not like a hot potato who no one wants. I spoke to my brother and his wife and they have offered to let Emily stay at their home on Saturday morning with their other children so that we can golf. My wife has also agreed, albeit reluctantly, to this arrangement. I have also told her that this arrangement isn't tenable anymore. If she expects me to have parental responsibilities towards Emily, she needs to treat me like another parent of her daughter. We are going to family counseling to see how we can make this work.